Hey everyone, this is Rob John Webb here for Waxadis Music Tutorials, and what I'm going to show you today is one of many ways to create a gritty lo-fi Rhodes for lo-fi house, lo-fi hip-hop, lo-fi funk, whatever it is. There's lots of ways of doing this, and a lot of people tend to put on the vinyl distortion. I'm not going to put that on this time. I'm going to kind of create a natural distortion around it. So I did a video where I put on the vinyl distortion a while ago and did it that way. Now this time we're going to do something that's not got the vinyl on it, but it has that similar effect. Okay, so this is what you're going to create. And there you go, just a little gritty rough Rhodes, and we're going to create something very similar to that. So the first thing to do is go to Instruments, go to Electric, go to Piano and Keys, and grab the MK14 Simple Piano. Okay, put that in down there, and this is this. It's a dry, it's flat, clean, so on and so on. So what we're going to do with that, all we're going to do is we're going to turn the attack and release up on the damper down here, and then we're going to turn the level up to 100%. And what that does is, if you listen to the very end of each note when I've let go of the keys, you hear that that hammer tone sort of of when the keys hit the pads on a real Rhodes, like it's thumping, like the keys are thumping off the the cushions of the actual piano. So we've done that. Turn the attack up like that, so it's got that in here, like that, just a little thump. It just gives it that kind of natural, organic sort of Rhodes feel. Just a minor little detail. So we've got that in there with the Rhodes. Now we'll go over to audio effects. And what we need to do is go to pedal. Now obviously you can take this basic setup and then tweak it as much as you want and refine it and make it your own as much as you want. All I've done is I've grabbed the Electric Piano Dirt and Gnarl plugin, and I've turned up the gain to about just 10%, nothing much, just a little bit of 10%, 9.5, whatever, just type in 10% and get it to about 10%. And then the output, bring that down to about -15, -16. Okay, and now you'll be left with this. And then that's the grit. Okay, so we've got that. So that's what we do with that. But we've still got that kind of, you can hear that thump on the end, which is really, gives it that authentic feel. Next up, get a flanger. And with the flanger, take the dry wet to about 40. And then move your delay time and your feedback to the center there, like that. Bring your high pass up to about 350, so about just over halfway, 350 hertz, 360, whatever. Somewhere around there, just bring that up a bit. And then change it from the hertz to the musical note. And then change your rate. So I've gone for 3/8 here, but you can choose any rate whatsoever, whatever you like, really. And it just gives it that wah-wah sort of feeling. So now we've got this. See, I've got too much on there, so I'm just going to bring that down a bit. I just want the flange itself to be subtle. Okay, so it's still a bit wishy-washy, so I'm just going to bring it down a little bit. Just there, look. Turn the hertz, the high pass down a bit more. Turn the drive it down a bit more, and that's better. So it's not so heavy. And we've got that thump still at the end, which is something I really like. Okay, so what we need to do next then is get a Redux, however you pronounce it. Open that up, and in there's one called the Down 266. And in there, to turn that on, and the bit reduction, I'm going to set that at about 9. And the down sample, I'm just going to leave it at about where it is, about 250, like that. And this just gives it that hissy grit, and this is what it sounds like now. You've got the hiss under there now, but when you take your hands off the keys, it has a little bit of a fuzz carrying it over, which adds again to that authenticity of a Rhodes. And it's just great. It just has that little bit of a. So obviously the flange is still a little bit too much for me, so I'm gonna. That's better. Take the flange off, but you've got the wah-wah on the flange and the LFO. You could put it on a 1/4. Let's have a look at the 1/4. But just, it's personal preference, really. But as I say, experiment. Take these settings and experiment with them and fine tune them to your own thing. So now we should have a Rhodes that plays like this. There we go. And there we go. And it's just got that grit. It's got that little bit of fuzz that carries over. And it's just there. It's got those hammer things under the keys, which I keep going on about. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create a lead line. So we just right click on the channel, duplicate, delete the MIDI, and then in this one we're going to just whack a load of delay on it, and halfway with the reverb, put a bit of reverb on the original chords, and just give it a little bit of a pan to the right or left, whichever one you suit, whichever suits your track. And now we're just going to go up an octave with the delay on, and we're going to play the track and jam it. And there you go. So that's one of many ways of making a lo-fi hip-hop, lo-fi house kind of gritty Rhodes. Doesn't take too long, and as I say, you can refine this and tune it to however you want. So quick recap on that: you add the MK14 simple piano or whichever Rhodes you like, you put on the electric piano pedal, tweak it slightly, put a bit of flange on it and turn up the rate so you get that LFO wobble effect, and then put some redux on it, redux, and just tweak that slightly and you get the grit and the hiss. So and there you go. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed that. Take from it what you can and tweak your own Rhodes and refine it to your own style. Thank you and goodbye.